Brentford 4, Newcastle United 2, and I just cannot believe what I've just seen. 7 goals shipped in the past 2 games, and I cannot believe some of that defending. I'm sorry, but I'm annoyed. That defending, you wouldn't even see it in Sunday League football. Basic 101 defending is not letting the ball bounce. Go and engage, go and win the ball. But for me, it all starts with Eddie Howe's team selection. What a terrific, intense performance against Liverpool. Why don't we build momentum on that? Why don't we start the same 11? Don't sit there and tell me that these players can't play 2 games in 1 week. These are elite athletes. These can play 2 games in 1 week. Brentford are unbeaten at home. We need to start our best 11. Tonali's probably been our best player the past 2 games. So what, you take him out the side because he's tired? I don't want to hear it. These are elite athletes. They're very well looked after. These can play 2 games in 1 week. It feels like we take 1 step forward and 2 steps back. We actually started quite brightly. We hit the ball the first couple of minutes and I thought, yeah, we can be dangerous today. But then it was just absolutely shambolic. And I'm sorry, but Eddie Howe's tactics today, the space that he left between the lines, made it easy for Brentford. We played into Brentford hands. Everything we done today was to benefit Brentford, and we even gifted them 4 goals. Don't get us wrong, Brentford's first 2 goals were absolutely superb. Mbeumo and Wissa both took the goals extremely well, but we cannot give players of that quality that much space and time on the ball. Go and engage. The sooner Sven Botman comes back, the better, because we lack quality in that back line. The lack of concentration in vital parts of games is punishing us. I think the first half we actually battled well, we're done well, giving Brentford as much as they were giving us. But that second half was just a complete different 11. It just didn't look like Newcastle United from the first half. Can't believe the substitutions we bring on. Our squad depth, it's absolutely abysmal. When you bring on the likes of Callum Wilson, Almiron to win a game of football, you've got absolutely 0 chance. And I don't understand Eddie Howe's tactics, substitutions, or his starting 11. So he needs to take accountability for that performance. Coming off, like I say, coming off that game against Liverpool, you expect much more. You expect much more. We're failing to deliver against the teams that are in and around us, and we're stepping up against the bigger teams. Why is that? Eddie Howe needs to find a solution. What I've just seen from Newcastle United is relegation performance. That's a performance that you would see from someone in the relegation zone. We've dropped points against Fulham, Brighton. We got beat off West Ham. We drew against Crystal Palace. We drew against Liverpool. Now we've just been battered at Brentford. I don't mind getting beat. That's not my point. If I see a performance and we get beat, I don't mind it. It's when we get beaten, we're absolutely abysmal. That's the frustrating thing, because this squad has shown its standard. Like against Liverpool, if we played against Brentford with the same tactics, same personnel, same intensity like we're seeing against Liverpool, we could have got all 3 points today. But take nothing away from Brentford, because they thoroughly deserved their win today, but we just made it so easy for them to get in on goal. We made it so easy. Joe Linton giving the ball away. How can you let a ball bounce after it travels that far? That is Sunday League 101. And that's what's frustrating about this performance, because I knew this game would be difficult. Brentford are unbeaten at home all season. They've got the best home record out of anybody in the Premier League this season. So going away to Brentford is always going to be difficult. The game would have been defined on small margins, but we had our opportunities in the first half and we give away silly goals, and the game management by Eddie Howe was non-existent, and I'm starting to see that more and more. Doesn't have the tactical now to change a game to benefit Newcastle United, and that's the worrying thing. He was bringing players on positions that they're not comfortable with, and we just looked all over the shop towards that end. And look, Brentford could have had 5 or 6 in that second half. People talk about identity. Newcastle United's identity last season was intensity. We've lost that completely. Now our identity is inconsistency, because we can step it up for the big games and then we'll drop points against Crystal Palace. That performance against Crystal Palace, this performance against Brentford, we just can't get that consistency. And I've said it before in a video and I'll say it again. That comes from the manager. The tactics he's putting out isn't working. We just look so leggy in that second half. We're on the back foot consistently, and that just meant we couldn't get Isak in the game. We couldn't get bodies around Isak. We couldn't supply Isak with anything. And I just thought that performance was just absolutely diabolical. I'm sorry. Look, Eddie Howe has done a wonderful job for this football club, but questions need to be asked. And despite the wonderful job he's done, it doesn't mean he can't be criticised. But I think it all started from the beginning of the season when we had a shambolic transfer window, no game plan, no methods on how to level up this squad. There was just nothing there, and we kept on saying we need to sell before we buy. Well, sell then. The pressure's on now. We've got 3 winnable games. We've got Leicester at home next, then we've got Brentford at home in the cup, that is, and then we've got Ipswich away. 3 winnable games for Eddie Howe. This is your time to prove that you want to be here and you do have your house in order. And to be honest, these 3 games coming up, I wouldn't bet on us winning them. I'm actually really frightened that we're going to get beat because we're sitting 13th in the Premier League. I don't expect us to be top 4. I don't expect us to be top 6 because some of the teams that we're competing with, they're on a different level commercially, financially, but I expect us to be higher than 13th, at least in the top 10, at least pushing on 8. The way things are going this season, I can't even see us getting top 10. I'm sorry, I just want to rant a minute because I'm sick and tired of rookie mistakes tactically from the manager and from the personnel out on the pitch. Both of them need to take accountability because the way we defended is absolutely shocking. The way we give the ball away is absolutely shocking. But from Eddie Howe's perspective, his team selection, his in-game management was absolutely shocking. Even when we were just playing the game, so much space between the defenders and the midfielders. Brentford forwards had a field day. And that's the worrying thing, because if we give time for this quality, they will punish you. And that's exactly what we're seeing today. But full credit to Brentford. What they're doing is absolutely fantastic because they're punching above their weight. But guys, I would love to hear your thoughts. What are your thoughts? Drop us a comment in the below. What do you make of Eddie Howe? Should it be time we should be looking elsewhere? Or do you think he can turn this around? Let us know in the comments below. And yeah, I will make a tactical video, but I just wanted to get a rant out the way. Thanks for watching, guys.